Top 10 Weird Exotic Pets. Though many would like to agree, we all love the company of pets around our homes, and close to 75% of the general population own a pet. However, some own some very exotic pets. Let's take a look at some of the best. The first one on our list had to be an exotic pet that's unique to its kind. I mean, how large have you ever seen a rodent grow? The capybara is the largest rodent in the world. Just look at it. Doesn't it look as large as your neighbor's dog? In fact, its size is what attracted many people to it. It's also rather furry, which makes it perfect for cuddles. It's also a very active pet, and it can help you get in those workout steps you can't seem to hit when you try to hit that workout target. Let me tell you, it isn't easy getting those 10,000 steps. Capybaras love to run around and chase other pets, even children, like it's a game of catch. And when summer arrives and it's cool to swim in the pool, you'll be lucky you got a playmate. The capybara, unlike other rodents, is actually semi-aquatic. They love to take a deep dive every so often. So some of the basics, you'll have to have a home cage for them to sleep and rest in when they're tired. Also, of course, a pool. And another thing in case you have a 9-to-5 job, if you were ever to get a capybara, you'd have to buy 2 of them. Because unfortunately, these critters get a little sad when they're just by themselves. Did you know even bats can be domesticated? A few nature lovers have established a lasting relationship with these tiny, spooky creatures. I don't know about you guys, but waking up to the sight of a bat hanging upside down on my bedroom ceiling kinda gives me the creeps. But it does turn out that a few exotic enthusiasts don't mind. If you're one of those guys, remember to keep your room dark, because these mammals do not like light. Come on, exotic enthusiasts, turn that light off. It might be a little mean to say, but a lot of times when people hear about pot-bellied pigs, they probably just start salivating thinking about that bacon. But if you were unaware, pigs are also kept at home as pets, especially the pot-bellied breed. Just like dogs, these breeds of pigs are equally intelligent and require similar care to dogs. And you gotta admit, they're pretty darn cute. Who wouldn't enjoy the company of such adorable creatures who crave affection and are very social? But if you're planning to get yourself one of these breeds, you'll have to enjoy a decade or 2 long relationship with this not-so-clean animal. With pot-bellied pigs, though, you won't have too much of an issue. Unlike pictures you'll see or the many who have said pigs are absolutely filthy, the pot-bellied pig is one clean fella who loves cuddles and outdoor walks. I can't believe this, but I think pot-bellied pigs have a better Tinder bio than I do. We've all heard of the Bengal tiger, which is a vicious predator, but very few people know about its close family, the Bengal cat. Of course, for the cat lovers out there, there was no way we couldn't accommodate you guys. Bengal cats are loved for their vibrant colors and stripes. These little felines are the best, thanks to the person who introduced cat leashes. Because now you can take this majestic pet with you on walks all over the place. They're smart, and they require a lot of activities to do while indoors too. Ideally, you have a house with a big backyard where it can come out to play in grass whenever possible, and maybe even bring you some gifts. You just don't know love till your Bengal cat brings you a dead mouse. For most people, the closest they're ever gonna get to Mike Tyson with his Bengal white tigers is adopting a Bengal cat. As the name suggests, the sugar glider is a tiny little pet that almost looks like a squirrel. Just 10 times cuter though. This little exotic animal could fit perfectly in your palm. More interesting is how it can fly from any part of the room onto your hands. I'm kinda wishing I had one of these, so I could show off to my friends who are just dog or cat normies. The sugar glider is herbivorous and has a sweet tooth for all the sweet tree sap and nectar, so anytime you find that your pet's missing, try to look around the trees. They're probably just letting the sweet tooth take the reins and trying to find some sweets, like me at 3 a.m. rifling through my refrigerator. If you want to be even cooler, how about getting a hedgehog for a pet? If you told a friend that you got a pet with over 1,000 spikes on its body, most of them would probably freak out. But the hedgehog is tiny, it's stunning, and you don't need to get a cage or a leash to walk around with it. All you need is a jacket with some good pockets, and you can easily fit the little fella in there. You'd fall in love so many times over when you watch your hedgehog roll out itself from its sleeping position. Just take a look at this video. Doesn't it look cute? No wonder they're getting more famous every single day. A good important thing to know is hedgehogs love their baths. and I gotta say, they've got good taste. It's always one of the nicest joys to have a nice relaxing bubble bath. We can say by far, this is the hardest exotic animal anyone can have as a pet. Even with that knowledge, I kind of understand why it gets one over getting that over another type of pet. The Fennec Fox is a majestic creature of its own kind. It has a small physique and warm color coating on its fur. Character-wise, it would be kind of like a small dog-cat hybrid. Oftentimes, you'd find it running around on your couch as if it's chasing its tail or something. Other times, it just climbs around on top of the furniture. Other times, it'll be scratching on surfaces trying to hunt. You never really know what to expect with this little pet. The only sure thing is you're going to turn a lot of heads when you take it out for a walk. And if you weren't convinced yet, maybe the best thing of all is this animal will give you so much love and comfort, you wouldn't know what to do with all of it. So if you fancy something weird and exotic, why not get yourself one of these? Humans adore risks, evidently because aside from keeping wolves and foxes, they seem to lose their minds and keep crazy things like lions. If you come from a place of wealth, it's probably nothing new, but this has got to be the most daring pet of all. The mighty king of the jungle has slowly found its way into our homes as a pet. Lion keeping is apparently common in the suburbs of Pakistan and the United Emirates, specifically places like Saudi Arabia, and the trend has slowly spilled over to the rest of the world. Now, many people are growing fond of living with these big cats. They're all furry and fluffy, and they seem like they'd be the best cuddle in the world on a lazy evening, but be warned, their predator instinct is still alive and working. I know they're trained, right? But do you think it's possible to remove the wild from the animal? I could only imagine the time I walk into my friend's crib to check out his brand new pet he's been telling me about, only to find a lion relaxing on the sofa. The athletics board would probably recruit me after that because I don't even think Usain Bolt would keep up with my pace. Anyway, if you'd love the thrill of a lion roaring in your backyard, feel free to visit the nearest zoo center and get one for yourself. But before you do that, make sure you got enough food in stock for your pet, or you might lose a limb. Here's a hint. They eat lots and lots of meat. Chinchilla! Who got the keys to my bimmer? It seems like chinchillas don't just make for the perfect rhyme in songs, but they're also super adorable pets. These rodent species are sure to melt your heart. For starters, they're cute furry balls that are small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. You need to be ready to share your purse, your jewelry box, or whatever else it could fit into. Occasionally, it would just jump into your empty wine glass, just for some attention. And I bet it would work. Or maybe it's its way of telling you to go get some liquor. Regardless, you'd have a wonderful time with the chinchilla as your pet. If you're worried about rodents making all your clothes smell nasty, the good news is these small pets are very clean and very quiet. To top that off, they're extremely obedient to instructions given to them, though that only applies to the trained ones. When you first get one, don't be so alarmed by their shy nature. You gotta get to know them a little bit. Maybe that's what the wine glass is for. It easily wears off though as they get to know you, and they'll soon enjoy spending every second they can anywhere around you, or especially on your lap. And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and you want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in our future video. Now wait a minute, who in their right mind would keep a leech for a pet? Funny enough, this isn't Photoshop. I know, I couldn't believe it either until I saw the video of a man and his beloved pet. You'd probably wet your pants waking up in bed finding a huge leech like this, enjoying your blood. For this guy, it wasn't a big deal, but actually a daily routine of feeding his pet leech. From its size, I bet he lost a lot of blood providing nutrients for his pal. The relationship looks adorable enough until the leech requires a point that it needs more than you can provide and sucks the life out of you. This is practically the same as keeping a vampire for a pet. The outcome's a little inevitable, with the host's life in constant danger. Would you dare ever keep such a pet? Let us know.